This is the Strait of Hormuz, and these little arrows represent the ships that carry 20% of the world's oil supply, a supply that's being choked by the war in neighboring Iran. The regime there is doing everything in its power to reduce and even end the transit of energy through this important strategic passageway. The result is a 60% increase in oil prices and an energy crunch all around the world. The International Energy Agency has therefore authorized the release of 400 million barrels of oil from strategic stockpiles in member countries. Canada should be profiting from this. We have the world's fourth biggest supply of oil beneath our feet. We are the only G7 nation without a strategic stockpile of oil, even though we have the most oil in that group of nations. As the CEO of the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers told Reuters, any meaningful new production growth in Canada would require additional pipeline capacity and additional export capacity, which is not available in Canada today, end quote. That's why I wrote the Prime Minister to call for an immediate plan, an energy supply plan, and that plan should include a move towards creating a Canadian-controlled strategic energy and minerals reserve. The result of this reserve would mean, for the future, we'd have the ability to lower consumer costs by releasing some of our oil in key moments of crisis like the one we face right now. It would also allow Canada to profit from higher prices when they strike. Third, it would mean more high-paying jobs for Canadian workers. And finally, it would give us unbreakable leverage. The ability to accumulate large amounts of energy would mean that we'd have more negotiating power when we're dealing with other countries who desperately need that energy, particularly in a crisis. The weakness of our economy and the inability to produce, store, and ship our energy is the result of 11 years of Liberal anti-development policies and advocacy by both the Liberal Party and by Mark Carney himself. Prime Minister Carney, he argued that as much as half of our oil reserves, our proven oil reserves, would need to stay in the ground. He also put together a coalition of companies to defund our oil sands. He supported higher carbon taxes. And since he became Prime Minister, he's not taken action to reverse the Liberal laws that keep it in the ground. In the last election, Mr. Carney changed his tune. He promised that he would deliver projects at speeds not seen in generations. Well, so far, that has been nothing more than an illusion. In a year of Mark Carney, not a single pipeline project has been approved, let alone built. Nor have any Liberal laws been removed. And he has a forthcoming industrial carbon tax that just forced the cancellation of an $8 billion CNRL oil sands project. Canada needs an urgent reversal of these policies, and that's why I'm reiterating my calls for the government to repeal the Anti-Pipeline and Development Law C-69 and remove its ban on shipping oil off the west coast of BC. Let's legalize rapid approval of oil and gas projects, pipelines, and gas plants. Let's scrap the industrial carbon tax to make our energy sector more competitive and lower costs. Let's establish a Canadian-controlled strategic energy and mineral reserve that we can use to leverage strength at home and abroad. This crisis proves that Canada cannot afford more delays, promises, or signing ceremonies. We need shovels in the ground, energy in pipelines, paychecks in pockets, and leverage in our hands. That is how we build a country that is affordable, safe, and strong at home, and has unbreakable leverage abroad.